Have you ever wondered what it would be like to be hunted by the king of the jungle? Picture this: the heart of the Tsavo wilderness in Kenya, a place where shadows dance with a sinister purpose, birthing a harrowing tale that would forever echo in the nightmares of the brave and the foolhardy alike. The chilling legend of the Tsavo man-eaters. In the late 19th century, as the skeletal frame of the Tsavo River Railway Bridge began to take form, the darkness bore two maneless lions, their eyes ablaze with a hunger that was far from ordinary, a hunger that sought human flesh. These creatures, devoid of their royal manes, were no less regal in their terror, no less commanding in their hunt. Their presence was a dread-filled symphony that played each night, a haunting lullaby that promised only blood and terror. In 1898, two maneless lions emerged from the darkness, their eyes aflame with an insatiable hunger for human flesh. With bone-chilling brutality, these beasts of the night dragged their victims from their tents, leaving behind a trail of mutilated corpses. As the year of 1898 wore on, the Tsavo wilderness became a dreamscape of dread. The railway construction site, once a testament to human progress, was transformed into a theater of horror. A pair of maneless lions, known as the Tsavo man-eaters, emerged from the darkness, their eyes aglow with a hunger that seemed to defy nature. These were not ordinary predators. They were monsters. Born of the African night, their roars a chilling symphony of death echoing through the wilderness. They did not merely kill, they annihilated, tearing flesh from bone, their savagery a perverse spectacle that left an indelible mark on the minds of those who survived. In the midst of this reign of terror, a figure of defiance emerged. Lieutenant Colonel John Henry Patterson, a man of courage and unwavering resolve, vowed to end the nightmare. His eyes, hardened by the horrors he had witnessed, reflected a determination that was as steadfast as it was desperate. He understood that the lions were not just beasts, they were symbols of a terror that threatened to consume them all. Yet the Tsavo man-eaters were cunning adversaries, their predatory instincts honed to a terrifying degree. They prowled the night, their movements as silent as the whispering wind, their attacks as sudden and brutal as a thunderclap. They defied all attempts to stop them, their reign of terror stretching over months, the death toll rising with each passing day. The lions were not mere animals. They were specters haunting the wilderness, their very existence a grotesque parody of the natural order. Their bloodlust seemed insatiable, their ferocity unmatched. They were the embodiment of primal savagery, a chilling reminder of the darkness that lurks at the heart of nature. For nearly a year, the Tsavo man-eaters defied all attempts to stop them, their predatory cunning matched only by their bloodlust. The stage was set for a desperate showdown, a battle for survival in the heart of the African wilderness. Patterson claimed the lions were responsible for over 100 deaths, but some believe the true toll may have been even higher. This chilling declaration sets the stage for our exploration into the horrifying reign of the Tsavo man-eaters. Historians, experts, and those who've studied the tale of these monstrous beasts have attempted to unravel the mystery of their sudden, bloodthirsty turn towards humans. Each interview, each account, paints a picture of a predator pushed to the brink, its natural order disrupted, its survival instincts twisted into something far darker. Many have speculated that the lions' transition from their usual prey to humans was not a matter of choice but of necessity. A devastating outbreak of rinderpest, a deadly cattle disease, had swept across the African plains. This decimated the lion's natural prey. The buffalo, antelope, and other grazing animals these predators would typically hunt. With their food sources dwindling, the lions were forced to adapt or perish. And adapt they did. The lions began to see the railway workers, outsiders in their territory, vulnerable and plentiful, as an alternative food source. The night, once a time for rest and respite, became a time of terror as the lions prowled the campsite, their roars echoing through the darkness, their eyes glinting with a horrifying mix of hunger and malice. Yet this shift to human prey wasn't just about survival. There was a disturbing intelligence behind their attacks, a chilling precision that spoke of a deep-rooted cunning. They hunted not just for sustenance, but seemingly for pleasure, for the thrill of the chase and the kill. Every account, every interview, every piece of this terrifying puzzle leads us to the same chilling conclusion. The Tsavo man-eaters were not merely animals driven to desperation by circumstance, but intelligent, ruthless killers who reveled in their reign of terror. It's said that the lions turned to hunting humans after an outbreak of rinderpest ravaged their natural prey, driving them to madness and despair. But perhaps in the heart of the Tsavo wilderness, something far more sinister was at play. In a final, desperate showdown, Patterson confronts the Tsavo man-eaters. The air is thick with fear and anticipation, the wilderness holding its breath as man and beast lock eyes in a silent battle of wills. The moon casts long, ominous shadows that cloak the lions in a shroud of darkness, their eyes gleaming with a deadly hunger. Patterson, armed with little more than his courage and his rifle, stands alone against these monsters that have turned the Tsavo wilderness into a blood-soaked hunting ground. The tension is palpable, a tangible force that presses heavily upon the heart, making every beat a drum roll of suspense. In the blink of an eye, the silence shatters into a symphony of roars and gunshots. It's a dance of death, a struggle for survival, waged with feral savagery and desperate courage. In a moment of harrowing triumph, Patterson vanquishes the beasts, bringing their reign of terror to a gruesome end. The silence that follows is both a sigh of relief and a mournful lament for the lives lost to the Tsavo man-eaters. The lifeless bodies of the man-eaters sprawled upon the blood-soaked earth, marking the end of a nightmare that lasted nearly a year. These once majestic creatures, turned monstrous by circumstance and survival, had unleashed a reign of terror that shook the Tsavo wilderness to its core. Their bloodlust insatiable, their cunning unmatched, their legacy unforgettable. For nearly a year they haunted the moonlit landscapes, their roars echoing through the darkness, a chilling reminder of the primal savagery that nature can sometimes manifest. Their victims, consumed by the shadows, became the whispers of the African night, their stories forever etched in the annals of history. The Tsavo man-eaters were ultimately vanquished, their reign of terror brought to a harrowing end. But their memory lingers, a chilling testament to the unpredictable and often brutal dance of survival. The Tsavo man-eaters, a chilling testament to the primal savagery that lurks within the heart of darkness, forever etched in the annals of history as the most terrifying predators to ever stalk the African savanna.